Coming up on the Lakeside Loop. The Lakeside Loop celebrates its 100th episode. Students attend Hispanic Heritage Night, and Warrior Welders take first place in Medal Mania. The Loop starts now. Welcome back to the Lakeside Loop. I'm Kayla Bolt.
And I'm Natalie Pop. This episode marks the 100th episode of the Lakeside Loop. We thank God for blessing our efforts, and we thank you for watching. We are thrilled to share with you the wonderful people and events going on at Lakeside. Mr. Hackbarth tells us more about how the Lakeside Loop got started.
Coming up on the Lakeside Loop, a Lakeside bowler goes to state, and the FFA raises money for those in need. The Loop starts now.
The Lakeside Loop started quite a few years back. I had two students, one was Brock Schneider and the other was Jacob Riedel, and the two of them, they were in videography too at the time, and they wanted to start a newscast. The two of them actually came up with the name Lakeside Loop and that catchphrase, "Now you're in the loop." It just so happened that we had a gentleman by the name of Chris Johnson that stopped by school that very day. He was asking me what my students were up to, and I said, my students want to start a news segment, and he was working for CBS at the time, and he said that he was willing to help us get started. Over the years, it just has grown, more and more students.
Hello, I'm Sam Garcia.
And I'm Caitlin Starkenberg.
We have students that are willing to get in front of the camera, we have camera people, we have writers, and we have editors like Markena Bedov, who spent so much time editing last year. The Lakeside Loop wouldn't be able to run without people like that. I love that we have started a few new segments, like we have a trivia part, and we have In the Classroom with Gus, and I just love the different ideas that people come up with.
Photo booths, back in my day.
One of the benefits that the Lakeside Loop has is it gives those students that are in our federation a chance to look inside of Lakeside. They get to meet our teachers, they get to meet our students, they get to see what's going on here, as well as their parents, and they can see that this is a Christ-centered school, and that's really what we're all about.
Last Wednesday, Lakeside students got the opportunity to explore another culture during Hispanic Heritage Night through food and even some dancing. Charlotte Schreiber gives us more details on this event.
Lakeside held Hispanic Heritage Night, and it was a really fun event where we got to try a bunch of different food. My favorite were probably the churros and the paleta popsicles. If you guys have ever had like the Jarritos drinks, they were really good. They had those in a bunch of different flavors. And then they had like a soup with tomatoes, and then they had shrimp. So it was a lot of good cultural food, which tasted really good in my opinion. I think there were around like 150 people. My dad helped kind of host the event. My favorite part was probably the dancing, because the music was really good and you got to go around with friends dancing and switching spots, which was really fun. Mr. Henriquez taught us.
2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it was a lot of fun and the food was really good.
Thank you to those who put in the work to make this happen. It was lots of fun for everyone who attended.
The a cappella choir here doesn't just perform at concerts throughout the year. They also work on songs to perform at churches, and they recently went out to their first Church of the Year. And now, over to sports.
Welcome to the fastest news in sports. I'm Samantha Lunger.
And I'm Caitlin Starkenberg, filling in for Sam Garcia. Let's kick this off with boys soccer. They had a busy week. On Monday, they were in Wisconsin Dells to play the Chiefs. Senior keeper Brady Wolfram was busy again, making 5 saves in the evening, but the Warriors fell to the Chiefs 4-0. The Warriors bounced back strong Tuesday with a 1-0 win at Waupun. Junior Jeremiah Kester netted the game winner in the 67th minute off a pass from Colton Frisch. Wolfram earned a shutout with 4 saves. And finally, Saturday, Lakeside notched another victory, defeating the Jefferson Eagles at home 3-1.
On to girls volleyball. The Warriors showed real grit at Poinette, dropping the first set, but roaring back to win the next 3. Freshman Charlotte Larson led the team with 12 kills, while Juliet Baki and Hannah Vanderhoof combined for 19 more.
In cross country, Lakeside's runners turned in impressive performances at the Westby Reed Invitational in Fort Atkinson. The girls' team finished second overall, placing 5 scorers in the top 11, led by Iris Ingebrigtsen in 6th and Avery Shaw in 7th. The boys' team placed 3rd, with Grant Schmid leading the way in 8th place.
And on the football field, the Warriors claimed their first win of the season, edging Portage 18-16. Junior running back William Bodie powered the offense with 2 touchdowns, while senior quarterback Logan Strom added another on the ground. On defense, Jack Thiele led with 7 tackles, and Carson Strom came up big with an interception.
The Warriors' Lady Golf season came to an end, with Bella Roman finishing strong. She shot 94 to place 10th at the WIAA Division II sectional on Monday.
And that's time.
We've been talking a lot recently on events going on at school, but what about the students? Here at Lakeside, we have so many students with unique talents, like one student who spends her time water skiing. Brynja Opsel tells us more.
Can they do it? 5 prefabricated human pyramids. Put your hands together and welcome to the water. It's our prefabricated human pyramid team.
So it's basically water skiing, but we do a bunch of cool different tricks and stuff. So I started on the junior team, and the first thing that I ever did was called conventional doubles. And so you have a partner and you're on their shoulders. After you get off the dock, you lay back. After you go around the lake, you climb over their shoulders and you stand on their legs and you do some fun arms and stuff. And so then that's what I did first. And then I started doing pyramids. So basically you just start with 3 guys on the bottom for a 3 high, and then you have 3 girls on each of their shoulders, and then 2 of them climb up, and then you climb up on top of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in, it's the Mad City Human Pyramid Team.
It's very nerve-wracking. The first time that you try pyramids, you do it on land, which is, I think it's more nerve-wracking than water because you can fall. So it's like you're on like a 2-story building, so it's a little scary. And then my favorite thing is adagio doubles, and that's where it's basically stunting on water. So you and your partner are you start on their shoulders and then they throw you up in the air and stuff. It's very mentally challenging that they actually are not gonna drop you, or you're not gonna fall on their skis or something. I think we have 75 skiers, so it's kind of there's a lot of people and you meet a lot of cool friends. We won state this year, and then we got 2nd in nationals.
Thanks for sharing. Now it's time to see what classroom Gus visited this week.
He's Skylar, and he's Gus. It's in the classroom with Gus.
Welcome back. Today, we are in the biology classroom. Hey Gus, check these biome boxes.
Wow! Hey, Skylar, what's a biome box? To me, it just looks like somebody got nature all over their shoebox.
Gus, Miss Mears' biology student made these biomes. A biome is a geographical area with a distinct climate, vegetation, and animal life. Each student picked a different biome, like the desert, rainforest, or tundra, and made a little model of it.
Biome boxes? Back in my day, you didn't make biomes, you survived them. Ah, the great outdoors.
And let me guess, you walked uphill both ways to biology class too?
Yep, sure did. They don't call me the great outdoorsman Gus for nothing.
Okay, Mr. Great Outdoors. Seriously though, these biomes remind me how amazing it is that God gave every creature exactly what it needs to survive. Just like he gives us what we need, huh?
Yep, biomes and Bibles.
That's right. God's creation and his word both show his perfect care. This has been In the Classroom
with Gus.
Officer Johnson does a lot for our school, so recently the school held Coffee with a Cop. It gave those who had attended a chance to catch up with Officer Johnson and ask her questions while enjoying a nice cup of coffee. Antonia Boss gives us an insight into this event.
After we got our coffee, orange juice, and chocolate milk, the cop was basically just telling us all about her duty as a cop and how she has gotten in here and how she got her dog Hugo. The dog was just mainly coming by a lot of people and giving kisses to and this and that. So she saw another cop with a dog and wanted to get a dog for herself. So she called up the person and they said they had the perfect dog for her. It used to be an anxiety relief dog. You have like mainly 4 traumatic things within a span of your life, but then a cop could have 4 traumatic things in one day. And she was talking about how she came from being a cop to being a school resource officer and all the different challenges. What I think about police officers is that they're really nice and they love helping the community out. But it was a really fun and enjoyable experience.
Sounds like a good time, and now it's time for Federation Flyby.
Welcome back to Federation Flyby. This week's story comes from St. Matthew's in Janesville. St. Matthew's has created their very own newscast called the Mustang Minute.
2, 1. Hi, I'm Josh. Welcome to the Mustang Minute. Hi, I'm Sawyer, and I'm in 6th grade.
The Mustang Minute gives an inside look at all the fun things going on at their grade school, from scholastic book fair to field trips, trunk or treat, and much more. The kids at St. Matthew's have loved helping out with this club, since it's something that everyone can participate in. Through their show, they hope to show church members the things going on at school.
Hi, I'm Josh. Welcome to the first Mustang Minute. Today we will be talking about the book fair.
Lakeside is so honored that we inspired this exciting new project. We look forward to many of them helping with the Lakeside Loop in the future. God's blessings on all future episodes.
During homecoming week, the senior auction was held. Students were able to bid on whatever the seniors were offering, along with the chance to dress them up the following Monday, giving a nice close to the fun-filled week. Now, it's teacher time.
Teacher time, teacher time, teacher time with Molly Kalma.
Did you have a busy summer? Well, this teacher that we are interviewing this week definitely did. After graduating, gaining a call, and getting married all in one summer, we welcome a new history teacher, Mr. Miller, on Teacher Time this week.
What do you want to know, Molly?
What is your favorite activity outside of sports and school?
Well, I guess golf is technically a sport because that's what I would probably say, but otherwise, just getting together with friends and family. Now that I graduated from MLC, a lot of friends are, happily all across the country doing the Lord's work, so whenever we can get to see them, things like that, that's where I like to prioritize my time.
What is your favorite part of Lakeside so far?
I would say just getting to know each individual student to the best that I can and just getting to teach them every day with kind of a little hint of God's word in it all, and sharing my faith with them has been a lot of fun.
How and where did you propose to your wife? This
was last summer, June 15th. We just went out for a nice dinner down in Brookfield, Wisconsin, and then we went back home to my parents' house in Muskego where I was living during the summer. Went for a walk during the sunset, and it was just her and I just dropped down on one knee and did it then. So,
what would your last meal be?
It's a great question. I would say a T-bone steak with French fries and a piece of probably, actually I'd end it with some warm chocolate chip cookies and a glass of milk. But yeah, a steak is, you can't go wrong there. So,
what is your greatest accomplishment in Clash of Clans?
Greatest accomplishment, I would say in a in a clan war, clan league with 7 days of battles, I got 21 stars, went perfect. 3 for 3 in all of them, so that would be my greatest accomplishment in that.
What's your favorite pair of shoes?
Favorite pair is probably my Jordan 4s, probably the Fire Reds, I would say. But they're all like babies to me, so love them all.
And now for the speed round. Number of pairs of shoes you own.
15.
Ultimate fictional villain.
The Joker.
Best pizza topping.
Bacon.
Dream vacation.
Antigua.
Where did you go to grade school?
St. Paul's Muskego.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I do know the Muffin Man.
Last week, 4 students from the medals class were given the exciting opportunity to participate in Medal Mania, and they took first place. They picked up scrap metal and were given a set amount of time to create something using what they've learned from Mr. Casper. Sydney Schultz tells us more details about this competition.
On Thursday, me and Ashlyn, Trevor, and Carter were all in Fort Atkinson for Madison Area Technical College's Medal Mania competition. For the competition, there were like 5 different groups, and we all had to go to a scrap yard, altar, and then we picked out scrap metal, and we have to build a statue that represented something along the terms of the medical field. We built the medical cross for our base and then put an American flag inside of that. And then we built the pole with the 2 wings coming out from the side with 2 snakes swirling up top of it. We were given 6 hours to complete the whole statue. And at first it was definitely like a rush to figure out like what exactly we were gonna do, who was gonna do what. And so at the very beginning and then near the end after we had our lunch break, it was definitely a time crunch. But everything in between that and then right after, it was smooth sailing from there. We didn't really get a lot of feedback from them, but we won first place, so they really liked it, I'd say.
First place, winning $1,000. Oh my gosh, you guys, Lakeside Lutheran.
So because we won first place, our welding class, the whole program, won $1,000. I really liked how all 4 of us could come together, like coming from the same school, and we could all work together with our God-given talents to make this sculpture. It was really, really fun.
Congratulations to the 4 of you that participated.
Now you're in the loop. I'm Kayla Bolt.
And I'm Natalie Pop. Thanks for watching, and God bless.